So a lot of people that make a lot of money defining what brands are, and the brand strategists, and they have written enormous books as big as Moby Dick explaining all the different things about branding that you need to know. I debunk that because in about 2 minutes I tell people that there are only 3 kinds of brands. There's good brands, there's bad brands, and then there's brands you never heard of. The problem is that the vast majority of emerging companies fall in category 3. You've never heard of them. Okay? Good brands are those brands that everybody loves. You can't get enough of the product. Apple. Apple's a brand that we love. That doesn't happen by accident. That takes a lot of work. Then there's the second kind of brand. The brands we all know that we don't love. Comcast is a great example. AirTran. There's a lot of them out there, and I get in trouble all the time for kind of pointing them out, but they know. But at least I give brands like Comcast credit for trying to change it. And then there's number 3, brands you never heard of. I'd rather be Comcast than a brand you've never heard of, because at least they know you. And that's the problem with emerging brands. Awareness is the biggest problem that emerging brands face. However, that's the lowest thing on their radar. With that said, there's only 3 kinds of brands, so there's only 3 kinds of brand strategies. I wished I was the brand strategist for Apple. That's pretty easy. It's a strategy that's called engagement. Everybody knows them, and everybody loves them. All right. Comcast, it's proactive customer service. They're trying to constantly deal with a promise broken. It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of money. You know, just ask Domino's. I mean, they're spending millions and millions of dollars trying to reinvent themselves. And they're basically saying, we didn't deliver on the brand promise, but now we're gonna. We're telling you the truth this time, America. And then the third kind of brand, the strategy there is awareness. So, at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what kind of brand are you? The strategy is pretty simple. You're going to be the good brand, you're going to be the bad brand, you're going to be the brand that nobody's ever heard of. We help all of those brands, but we prefer to work with number 3, the ones you've never heard of. It takes a little bit more effort, takes a little bit more work, but we've got strategies that can help.